Your parents are both SSS-level ability awakeners, but you are just a guy who stays home all day yelling for your mom, a total homebody. Your mom got so mad she beat up your dad for 2.5 days, and just when you thought you could keep slacking off forever, the school beauty, Lu Jia, who awakened an SSS-level ability, knocked you out while you were playing basketball at home, and brought you back to her place. After 2.5 minutes, with your whole body trembling, you realize you've unlocked an Ultra SSS-level superpower. By building intimacy through close contact with others, you can acquire their abilities. At this moment, after completing a deep interaction with Lu Jia, you successfully gained her ice-based ability. The system notification sound plays. You, who were just in a sage-like state moments ago, suddenly snapped out of it, completely stunned. No wonder I was never able to awaken any superpowers. Turns out it was because I have an even more powerful cheat ability. At this moment, Lu Jia beneath me noticed you lying motionless on him, frowned involuntarily, and said coldly, "Are you done? If you're finished, get off now." I chose to do all of this willingly. With a cold tone, Lu Jia spoke to you. She seemed to not take this matter seriously at all. When you heard what Lu Jia said, you lowered your head and glanced at Lu Jia. You couldn't figure it out. Since childhood, she's been a national beauty with top-tier talent. Why would Lu Jia choose someone like you, a useless person who hasn't even awakened any special abilities? And considering Lu Jia's family, the Lu clan, this family is just as powerful as yours. You really can't figure it out. Why would she suddenly show up like this? No matter how you look at it, this doesn't seem normal. Then you asked in confusion, "I'm a bit curious about why you're doing this." But before Lu Jia could speak, a system interface suddenly popped up. Name, Lu Jia. Identity, granddaughter of Lu Jinxuan, the head of the Lu family, Zhao Chang's fiancé. She is 19 years old this year. She possesses an S-level ice ability. She is an SSS-level Destiny Guide Advanced 5-star Awakener. Seeing the introduction about Lu Jia in front of you, you feel even more shocked in your heart. However, you had never heard of it before. Lu Jia is actually a dual ability awakener, and she also possesses an SSS-level ability. It is important to note that awakeners with SSS-level abilities, in the future, the lowest achievement will be at the level of a battle god. What matters the most, the Destiny-guided ability, has never appeared before. Right when you're wondering about the purpose of this ability, a system notification pops up in front of you again. Destiny-guided awakeners can foresee their own future and not just limited to themselves. However, they cannot predict the exact events that will happen in the future. This skill is insanely powerful. Being able to foresee your own future, wouldn't that mean you could change your destiny? The only question is whether I can learn this ability myself. At this moment, Lu Jia said with a cold expression, "There's no need to know so much. I can sense what makes you special. You're not an ordinary person. Are you done yet? Once it's over, just get up quickly." Even Lu Jia didn't expect it, that you would be so infatuated with his body. He originally just wanted to give himself to you, and then leave right away, waiting for whatever fate had in store. But, unexpectedly, you're now clinging to him and refusing to let go. When you heard Lu Jia's response, you sneered and said, "Even if I'm not an ordinary person, there's no need for you to hand yourself over to me directly." Lu Jia frowned slightly. She spoke coldly, saying the Zhao family and my Lu family are about to form an alliance through marriage. Having lost my purity, I am no longer eligible to join the Zhao family. My fiancé is a mutated fire-type ability user. His body has a problem. He needs to cultivate with me to stabilize his ability. This kind of balancing cultivation requires a pure body. Now that I've lost my purity, I am no longer of any use. Hearing this, you finally understood completely. You have now taken away Lu Jia's innocence. The Zhao family will definitely send someone for revenge once they find out. Even though you are a descendant of a hero, who can guarantee that nothing unexpected will happen to a hero's descendant? Thinking about this, you looked at Lu Jia and helplessly said, "So now that you've given your innocence to me, aren't you putting me in trouble?" Sure enough, good things don't just fall from the sky. Lu Jia, on the other hand, spoke with complete confidence. "I have faith in your abilities. No one can take your life." Got it. Even though Lu Jia claimed to trust your abilities, deep down, what she truly trusted wasn't you, but rather the power of the SSS-level ability, Destiny Guidance. Then you let out a sigh, directly asking him why. even though he possesses an SSS-level ability. He doesn't just tell his grandfather about it. If Lu Jia knew you possessed the wings of fate, this powerful and unique ability, there's absolutely no way she'd let you marry for an alliance. The moment these words were spoken, Lu Jia froze on the spot, unable to believe that the secret she had hidden so deeply had actually been discovered by you. Then she quickly regained her composure, becoming even more confident in her own ability. Fixing her gaze on you, with a serious expression, she said, "You are definitely not an ordinary person." Just as she was about to continue asking questions, your phone suddenly started ringing, so you quickly avoided making eye contact with Lu Jia and answered the call. It was a friend of your mother calling to inform you that you need to head to the first defense line of Demon Suppression Mountain early tomorrow morning, and they had arranged for someone to pick you up. Seeing you hang up the phone, Lu Jia continued by saying, "Right now, since you figured out my hidden ability, I hope you can keep it a secret for me, because if others find out, my situation could become very dangerous. Besides, my fiancé and I will only get married after graduating from college. Until then I won't be telling anyone about this, so you have plenty of time to grow and improve. I look forward to seeing you next time, when you possess enough strength." Hearing what Lu Jia said, you silently nodded your head and agreed to it. Even though Lu Jia's ability cannot foresee someone else's destiny, but Lu Jia is able to predict her own fate, and she will guide him toward the right choice. If others find out about her ability, they will turn her into a tool for their own use. Let him go and investigate the danger. After all, his abilities allow him to avoid disasters, and being an SSS awakener, he has a high chance of becoming a war god in the future. Opposing forces would never let a war god rise to power. What they call human unity here is still nothing more than an empty promise in this era. Seeing you agree, Lu Jia turned around and left your house. You got up and took a shower. Then you started packing your luggage, getting ready to leave tomorrow. At this moment, inside a tall building, a young man wearing glasses was standing next to a man dressed in black, lowering his head as he reported something. After the glasses-wearing secretary finished his report, the man slowly spoke, saying he went to the first defense line of Mount Demon Subjugation. It turned out to be on that person's orders. Well, at least that hot potato is finally off my hands. Over the years, so much effort has been spent protecting Lu Ming. Countless manpower has been used in Linen City for this purpose. Now, he's finally leaving. As long as he steps out of Linen City, no matter what happens after that, it has nothing to do with me anymore. The man with glasses paused for a moment. Then he continued speaking. "All right, there's one more thing about the inspection office. This afternoon, the eldest daughter of the Lu family went to Lu Ming's house. She stayed at his villa for over 3 hours. Do you think this matter needs to be reported to the Zhao family?" Upon hearing the secretary's report, the middle-aged man's brows furrowed slightly. The fiancé of the Zhao family actually went to see Lu Ming. Isn't he someone who never interacts with others? And she stayed there for more than 3 hours. The middle-aged man's expression grew increasingly serious. The people backing Lu Ming and the Zhao family are not ones we can afford to offend. Lu Ming is only 18 years old now. He's still at the age for studying, but that influential figure is now in a rush to bring Lu Ming to the Fumo Mountain defense line. This indicates that the power struggle at the top is coming to an end. It seems that one side is about to lose. In recent years, people from that faction have mostly been reassigned to the Fumo Mountain defense line. At this moment, bringing Lu Ming to the Demon Suppression Mountain defense line was likely to protect him. It was probably done to ensure his safety. The battles up above have been going on for so many years. It's about time we decided which side to support. As he spoke, the middle-aged man turned his head and instructed to proceed. Inform the Zhao family about Lu Jia visiting Lu Ming's place. Make sure the Zhao family knows. Not long after, the young master of the Zhao family, Zhao Chang, who was in the capital of the Huaxia Alliance, quickly received the news. After hearing the words on the other end of the phone, Zhao Chang's face immediately darkened. The descendants of those two human heroes, Lu Ming. The response from the other end of the line was yes. Zhao Chang furrowed his brows. The heroes of the previous dynasty. That's not a hero, just a remnant sentiment of the former dynasty. How dare they try to compete with me for a woman? Courting death, he immediately instructed the bodyguard beside him. Go get Feng Liang. Yes, young master. The time moves to. The next morning, you arrive at the airport. You see a tall woman, dressed in a black uniform standing at the entrance. When you see this woman, you pause for a moment. Your instincts tell you, this woman is the one Aunt arranged to pick you up. At that moment, a notification sound from the system suddenly went off. Detected a learnable target named Zhao Qingyue. Identity: Zhao family's adopted daughter, Zhao Wanning. She is 21 years old this year. Alien Star Battle Soul Ability. My system is S-level. Just as you were staring blankly at Zhao Qingyue also noticed you. He muttered in a low voice, "Hurry up and get on. What are you looking at? How much more of my time are you planning to waste?" You quickly snapped out of it. You followed Zhao Qingyue and boarded the aircraft. Zhao Qingyue glanced at you and said, "Let me introduce myself. I am Zhao Qingyue, your Aunt Zhao's sworn sister. You can call me Sister Qingyue." You arrived at the Demon Suppression Mountain defense line. Do you have anything in mind to do? The matter. After thinking for a moment, you replied that you wanted to join the defense forces, to enter Demon Subduing Mountain and fight against fierce beasts. Unexpectedly, as soon as these words were spoken, the sound of several men laughing echoed inside the cabin. Zhao Qingyue spoke helplessly, saying that you wanted to join the defense forces. Don't you know that the minimum requirement to join the defense forces is being an awakened from another star? You're just an ordinary person who hasn't even awakened any special abilities. What can you possibly do by joining the defense force? To put it bluntly, with the skills you have right now, even if you did manage to join the defense force, you probably couldn't even operate the Vulcan cannon of the defense force, let alone fight against ferocious beasts. At this point, Zhao Qingyue suddenly stopped and looked at you. With a meaningful expression, she remarked, "But I've actually thought of a good place for you." You quickly and curiously asked, "What's a good place to go?" Zhao Qingyue replied that the ARC troop in the southeastern defense zone happens to be short of people. You have some good looks. You can perform entertainment shows to help the soldiers relieve stress. Even though it's not the front line, it still contributes to the defense line at Fumo Mountain. But your mind is entirely focused on enhancing your own strength. Looking to uncover the whereabouts of your parents, you naturally wouldn't agree. Seeing your refusal, Zhao Qingyue stayed quiet. She turned around and walked toward the upper part of the cabin. Shortly after, you started chatting with the other soldiers in the cabin, hoping to learn more about the situation at the first line of defense at Mount Fumo. While you were having that conversation, the alarm inside the aircraft suddenly went off. Right after that, Zhao Qingyue's voice came from the front cabin. "Everyone, stay alert." After hearing Zhao Qingyue's words, the soldiers quickly rushed to the front cabin interface. Through the cabin's screen, all of a sudden, several flying predators appeared around the fighter jet. There were multiple deadly flyers showing up. Leading them was none other than a level 5 beast commander, the Black Shin Eagle. This is going to be trouble. A level 5 beast commander matches up to a 5-star combat rank. In other words, only a 5-star pilot has the ability to handle the Black Mystic Eagle, and the strongest pilot on their fighter jet is merely a 1-star pilot. Zhao Qingyue simply couldn't deal with this Black Mystic Eagle. Zhao Qingyue, who quickly regained her composure, activated the fighter jet's safety system and switched to manual mode, then began operating the fighter jet herself. Under Zhao Qingyue's control, the fighter jet suddenly accelerated. It swiftly flew past underneath the Black Shin Eagle. Seeing the prey trying to escape, the leading Black Shin Eagle immediately organized its subordinates to intercept. Fortunately, the fighter jet's speed was fast enough. Ordinary beast soldiers simply couldn't keep up. Only the beast general-level Black Shin Eagles were capable of matching the jet speed, and began launching an attack. Witnessing this scene, Zhao Qingyue quickly maneuvered the fighter jet to evade. He Xianying's series of attacks were easily dodged by the fighter jet. Just when Zhao Qingyue thought everything was fine, the fighter jet suddenly sounded an alarm. Warning alert! A high-energy lifeform detected ahead. A high-energy lifeform has been spotted. Upon hearing the alarm, Zhao Qingyue's expression darkened completely. The so-called high-energy lifeform. This refers to beasts at the Lord level and above. What exactly is going on here? When he arrived, he didn't notice any signs of damp conditions along this route. So how come even Lord-level beasts are appearing now? No way, I must send out the message immediately. Zhao Qingyue then instructed the fighter jet. Number 8 right away. Send the coordinates and the news about encountering a Lord-level beast. Sent back to the defense zone of Fumo Mountain. But the fighter jet sounded the alarm again. There is electromagnetic interference in this area. Electronic signals have been completely blocked. Messages cannot be transmitted. The received information cannot be sent out. Zhao Qingyue let out a cold snort. Without hesitating further, she began to control the fighter jet to climb rapidly, attempting to engage with the high-energy biological entity on the ground. Keep a safe distance. Suddenly, a loud roar erupted from the ground. The massive sound wave traveled straight into the cockpit. Even Zhao Qingyue, with her combat-level strength, felt her entire body tense up, unable to move at all. with only a single star awakened ability. You were shaken to the ground, forced to face the wall, just as Zhao Qingyue snapped out of it, and tried to regain control of the aircraft to climb higher. The Black Falcon that had been shaken off earlier showed up again in front of the fighter jet. It appeared once more and launched an attack on the jet. The assault was initiated. In the next moment, there was the sound of clanging and banging coming from outside the fighter jet. Right after that, the jet began to plummet freely. Inside the jet, the alarms were blaring everywhere. The alarms were ringing loudly. The fighter jet's engine was damaged. Emergency, emergency. The left wing of the fighter jet was damaged. An alarm was triggered. The tail of the fighter jet was damaged. It felt like the plane was plummeting. Zhao Qingyue did not panic. Instead, he quickly calmed down. He analyzed the distance between the plane and the ground. When the fighter jet was just seconds away from hitting the ground, he immediately issued the final command to the fighter jet. Lock onto all nearby fierce beasts. Launch the fighter jets. Activate the safety protocols for all ammunition. As Zhao Qingyue gave the command, the fighter jets carried out the orders. You suddenly felt like something pushed your body forward. The next moment, you found yourself directly in midair. At the same time, Zhao Qingyue, Zhang Yanlong, and the other soldiers were also ejected out. But they didn't descend freely. As soon as their bodies left the fighter jet, they suddenly became incredibly agile. Zhao Qingyue threw a punch and landed it directly on the head of a black shin eagle nearby, completely smashing the head of that black shin eagle. Then he stepped on the black shin eagle's corpse, using it as leverage. His body shot forward like a spring. Witnessing this scene unfold before you, you couldn't help but feel a jolt of shock. This is what true combat strength looks like. Absolutely incredible. At this moment, you can feel your blood pumping with excitement. A surge of heat is coursing through your body. Meanwhile, Zhang Yanlong and the other warriors are not standing idle. As soon as they land, they immediately draw their combat blades. They swiftly begin eliminating the enemies around them. At the same time, you slowly descend to the ground. A few soldiers quickly rush over. They position themselves to shield you from danger. Zhao Qingyue returned to the ground and asked Zhang Yanlong, "Captain Zhang, where are the items?" After hearing this, Captain Zhang Yanlong quickly took out a box from his armor. He pulled out a box, then said, "It's still on me." Seeing the box in Zhang Yanlong's hand, you suddenly understood. It turns out Zhao Qingyue and his team still had a mission to complete on this trip. Then Zhao Qingyue took the box. She decided to keep it herself, and informed everyone that they were now in the ruins of a city. In the distance, there was a level 1 Lord Changfeng bear. Upon hearing Zhao Qingyue's words, everyone present gasped in shock. The team leader Zhang Yanlong, however, was puzzled. He remarked that they took this flight path when they came, and had not noticed this Lord-level beast back then. Hearing Zhang Yanlong's words, Zhao Qingyue also fell into deep thought. Logically speaking, that Lord-level Gale Bear is massive in size. Its body stretches hundreds of meters. The satellites in the sky should have detected it by now. Typically, the Alliance, when strong beasts are spotted outside the defense lines, would send powerful individuals to handle the situation promptly. Could it be that this Lord-level beast, just recently promoted from a beast general, but now is not the time to think about this? A Lord-level ferocious beast, capable of commanding thousands of beast soldiers. It was obvious that the Long-Winged Bear had already noticed. Next, the Long-Winged Bear will definitely send beast soldiers to track down your whereabouts. Thinking of this, Zhao Qingyue quickly said with urgency, "We need to find a place to hide as soon as possible, and figure out a way to get the message out." Just as Zhao Qingyue finished speaking, the dark black eagle in the sky let out a screech directed at you all. The surrounding beasts quickly received their orders, and charged straight toward you. Seeing the dense mass of beast soldiers in the distance, Zhao Qingyue quickly shouted for everyone to run. Then you all hurriedly ran toward the distance, but the sheer number of beast soldiers was overwhelming. In no time at all, you all found yourselves completely surrounded by a massive horde of fierce beasts. Seeing such a large number of beast soldiers, Zhang Yanlong smiled and said, "Captain Zhao, it seems like today might be the day we meet our end here." Zhao Qingyue frowned but remained silent. Zhang Yanlong then turned his head to glance over, and continued speaking to Zhao Qingyue, saying, "Captain Zhao, Lu Ming is the only descendant left by those two great individuals. We must ensure his survival at all costs. We will stay behind to cover, figure out a way to break through." After saying this, Zhang Yanlong tightened his grip on the battle knife in his hand. With a strong push of his legs, he charged straight into the herd of beasts. At the very moment Zhang Yanlong made his move, the soldiers behind him, without a second thought, rushed right in as well. There were no overly emotional speeches, not even the tiniest hint of hesitation. They gave their lives without a second thought to protect you and Zhao Qingyue, to grab attention. Seeing this scene, you just feel an indescribable pain in your heart. You've only been with these people for less than an hour, but now they have sacrificed their lives to protect you. They gave their lives. Meanwhile, Zhao Qingyue's expression remained calm. It's not that he isn't sad, but he had already grown used to seeing such scenes. The herd was successfully drawn away by Zhang Yanlong and his team. Zhao Qingyue handed the box in her hand to you. Then she took the initiative to stand in front of you to clear the way. As he charged up and delivered a powerful punch, a burst of flames was instantly purified completely, directly knocking down a large group of ferocious beasts. Then he quickly led you to rush outward. At the moment Zhao Qingyue led you out of the herd, you suddenly heard several men behind you. A loud voice echoed to the heavens. As the door opened, the sound of a voice followed. A surge of overwhelming energy swept in from behind. Even Zhao Qingyue couldn't help but glance back. Zhao Qingyue, who had been constantly overexerting her spiritual power in battle, had completely passed out, and in a frenzy, was searching all over the street, looking everywhere for you and Zhao Qingyue. But at that time, you were already holding Zhao Qingyue. I entered an abandoned high-rise building. You glance at the damp floor below, your brows unconsciously knit together. You're unsure if those ferocious beasts can track you by following the scent to your location, as long as they don't spot us humans. Sister Qingyue, what should we do now? Zhao Qingyue thought for a moment, and said the effect of the beast repellent only lasts for 1 day. If the dampness isn't resolved within a day, we haven't been rescued. Then our ultimate fate will be ending up as food for the beasts. You ask unwillingly, is there really no other way? Zhao Qingyue silently shook her head, and said no, unless we have an ice element awakener right now. I'm a fire element awakener. If I could now cultivate with an ice element awakener, I would be able to quickly restore my spiritual energy. But speaking of this, Zhao Qingyue hurriedly covered her head with her hand. At this moment, she already felt her head aching to the point of near unconsciousness. Upon hearing Zhao Qingyue's words, you also recalled the previous arranged marriage between the Lu family and the Zhao family. Then, you awkwardly pointed at yourself, and said, Sister Qingyue, I am an ice element awakener. Seeing you point at yourself, Zhao Qingyue immediately felt speechless. With a sarcastic laugh, she said, I think you've been scared out of your wits. Or are you saying you want to have some fun with your big sister before you die? When you noticed Zhao Qingyue didn't believe you, you raised your hand and said, Sister Qingyue, look at this and hear me out. Zhao Qingyue immediately focused on your palm. She saw that a cold mist was unexpectedly spreading from your hand, and then a piece of ice appeared right in your palm. Witnessing this scene, Zhao Qingyue was instantly stunned, feeling both shocked and overjoyed inside. How could this be possible? You're an ice-type awakener. You can restore your own strength. But, thinking of this, Zhao Qingyue took another look at you. This guy is her sister's precious treasure, even though they're not related by blood. But if my sister finds out about this, how embarrassing would that be? You seem to have noticed what Zhao Qingyue is thinking. You immediately said, Qingyue, trust me. You don't need to worry as long as we leave this place. I'll pretend nothing happened today. I won't tell anyone about it, not even Zhao. This way, no one will ever know what we've done. Hearing your tempting words, Zhao Qingyue's resolve began to waver. At that very moment, the backlash from the spiritual poison grew even more intense. Fine, I agree with you, but it can only happen once. If we manage to make it out alive, you are not allowed to tell anyone what happened today. You immediately nodded in agreement. Alright, I promise to keep it a secret. Then Zhao Qingyue leaned back, shyly said, alright, you do it then. After 180 seconds, a surge of warmth flowed out. The system notified you that you successfully awakened fire-based abilities. Zhao Qingyue had already regained her strength. Said, my strength has now been restored. Let's quickly figure out a way to find an evacuation route. You immediately pulled up your pants and stood up. Well said. At this moment, amid the ruins of the city, countless ferocious beasts acted as if they had encountered some natural predator. Terrified, they started running frantically. Suddenly, the roar of fighter jets filled the sky. The ferocious beast soldiers were blown to pieces by the bombs. In the next moment, a man clad in armor appeared, standing on top of the fighter jet. He then raised his hand and swung his blade. directly striking down the jet that had been shot earlier, severing the head of the beast general, the black shin eagle. Its bird head was sliced cleanly off, and after that, the man's gaze was fixed on the massive figure in the distance. He said coldly that such a large lord-level beast was outside the residential area, and so close to Linen City, the Alliance hasn't noticed it at all. I'm absolutely useless. After speaking, the man leapt off the warplane and moved at the fastest speed, quickly charging toward the lord-level long-winged bear he pointed at, which already possesses human intelligence. Changfeng Bear instantly sensed the killing intent. It let out an angry roar immediately, tried to launch a wet attack to drain the man's strength. Hearing the roar of Changfeng Bear, Yu and Zhao Qingyue quickly dashed toward the top of the ruined building, arrived at the rooftop, and saw a figure who was constantly leaping around Changfeng Bear. At the same time, sharp blades were striking toward Changfeng Bear. The attacked Changfeng Bear let out another roar. Awesome, someone is here. It's Zhang Yangdong, a warrior of the battle general level. This long-winged bear is definitely doomed. Just as Zhao Qingyue finished speaking, in the distance, another sound suddenly appeared, the roar of another white fighter jet. Judging by the jet's paintwork, this jet seems to belong to the Alliance army. Just as the long-winged bear was about to be defeated, a man appeared, jumped straight out of the newly arrived fighter jet, showed up near Zhang Yangdong. Before Zhang Yangdong could say a word, the newcomer took the lead and spoke first. The defense troops at Fumo Mountain are not allowed to leave without orders. Leaving the defense zone is strictly prohibited. Captain Zhang, you are requested to leave immediately. Hearing this, Zhang Yangdong chuckled lightly. The base-style corps arrived just in time. He was about to take down this lord-level Gale Bear. They only showed up after he nearly killed it. No one has the right to interfere. Seeing that Zhang Yangdong had no intention of leaving, the warlord threatened and said to Captain Zhang, "If you don't leave now, I will report this to the Alliance immediately. When the Alliance issues a punishment, don't blame me for not showing mercy." But Zhang Yangdong calmly responded, "Captain, you need to report to the Alliance. You can report it right now. Besides, I'm warning you as well. We are carrying out a military mission. If you continue to interfere, I will immediately report what happened here to the headquarters of the Demon Suppression Mountain Defense Line." Hearing Zhang Yangdong's warning, the Alliance War General didn't take it seriously. As far as he was concerned, he is directly under the leadership of the Alliance. No matter how much power the command center of the Demon Subjugation Mountain Defense Line has, it cannot possibly have any influence over him. Besides, this Gale Bear was originally part of the Alliance Army's jurisdiction. What you're doing is not carrying out any so-called military task. You're abandoning your post without authorization. You must leave immediately. If you don't leave now, I will notify the defense forces of the Linen Base, as they forced you to leave. Watching both sides, it had already reached a point where tensions were running high. At that moment, another fighter jet appeared in the sky. Seeing the arrival of this fighter jet, the warrior from Zhang Yangdong's alliance was momentarily stunned. Just as Zhang Yangdong was momentarily lost in thought, a purple thunderbolt struck down from the sky, instantly killing the lord-level Gale Bear. Even though the Gale Bear was already covered in wounds, but being able to take down a lord-level beast in one strike is enough to prove the strength of the person who arrived. A middle-aged man dressed in a black suit appeared at the cabin door and said, "Captain Zhang, Defense Minister Zhao just gave me a call earlier." Hearing these words, Zhang Yangdong frowned. This person must be an inspector from one of the base cities. So Zhang Yangdong sneered and said, "Forget it. This Lord-class Gale Bear is yours now. But could you possibly have your people turn off the electromagnetic shield? That way, it would be easier for us to locate people." The middle-aged man replied with a cold expression, "We have never activated the electromagnetic shield. This might be due to the humidity in the area, which has caused something to block electromagnetic signals. Now that the Lord-class Gale Bear has been killed, I believe this area will soon be accessible again." As for the man's explanation, Zhang Yangdong didn't take it seriously. He's not a fool. How could he not know what caused the signal to disappear in this area? But he didn't dwell on it too much. After all, finishing the task quickly was the top priority. Just as Zhang Yangdong was about to return to the fighter jet to locate Zhao Qingyue and the others, all of a sudden, the smartwatches on all their wrists emitted a long beep. Each one let out a sustained beeping sound. Zhao Qingyue, standing next to you, sighed in relief after hearing the long beep from her wrist. She finally let out a breath of relief. Communication was finally restored. The electromagnetic shielding in this area had disappeared. Before long, Zhang Yangdong and his team quickly located where you were. They came to pick you up. The fighter jet headed toward the defense line at Mount Fumo. As the fighter jet flew over the skies above the defense line at Mount Fumo, you were instantly awestruck by the scene outside the window. Each towering wall stood tens of thousands of feet high. What does it even mean for something to be tens of thousands of feet high? It has only been a little over 50 years since the Great Catastrophe, and humanity has already completed such an enormous project. It's safe to say that without humanity, unity among all people would have made this impossible. Soon, the fighter jet reached the southeastern defense zone. The man leading the group, who was wearing glasses, walked straight up to Zhao Qingyue and asked with concern on his face, "Qingyue, are you okay? Did you get hurt anywhere? You can leave now. I'll take care of Qingyue from here." Hearing this, Zhao Qingyue responded, "There's no need. Let him take care of me instead." The man with glasses was visibly stunned. Zhang Yangdong jokingly said from the side, "Commander Li, you are really quite enthusiastic. Weren't you supposed to be patrolling Mount Fumo? Why did you come back so quickly? Could it be that you heard Miss Zhao was back and completely forgot about your patrol duties?" In response to Zhang Yangdong's teasing, Li Jianguang said with a dark expression, "Zhang Yangdong, your task has already been completed. It's time to head back." Seeing that Li Jianguang had no interest in responding, Zhang Yangdong gave a faint smile and said, "Take your time chatting. I'm going to report to Zhao Fangjiang." Then he led his squad towards the command center. "Qingyue, I heard you all ran into danger this time." Zhao Qingyue replied coldly, "We even encountered a lord-level beast tide. That's all for now. I need to head back and take a shower." Then Zhao Qingyue turned to you and said, "Let's go." Soon the two of you arrived in front of a villa. You stepped into the villa. You finally saw Zhao Ying again after many years. At this moment Zhao Wanqin was dressed in a black uniform of the Fumo Mountain Defense Force. The uniform was stretched tightly over her figure by the wind. She looked dignified and mature, exuding an extraordinary presence. You were just about to call out to Zhao Ying. All of a sudden, the system notification sound went off again. The system detected a learnable target. The system identified a learnable target. Name, Zhao Wanqin. Identity, member of the Zhao family. Southeast Defense Zone Commander of the First Line of Defense at Fumo Mountain. Alliance Vice-Level Administrator. Currently 28 years old. Possesses War Emperor-level strength from an alien star. Special ability, Holy Level Wood Element. Noticing the system's profile description, you paused for a moment. You didn't expect Zhao Yi and Zhao Wanjing to be also someone you could learn from. Their ability level is above SSS rank, reaching a holy level. What matters the most is, Zhao Wanjing is only 28 years old this year. She has already become a battle emperor. Her future potential is beyond imagination. At that moment, Zhao Wanjing quickly stepped in front of you and pulled you into her arms. Excitedly exclaimed, "That's great. It's a relief you're okay. I thought I would never see you again. Don't worry, I'll make sure the Alliance investigates thoroughly. Find out exactly who tried to harm you. Whoever dares to hurt you, I'll destroy them," he helplessly reminded. Hearing Zhao Qingyue's words, only then did Zhao Wanqing realize. He quickly let go of you. He apologized awkwardly and said, "Sorry, Mingming, it's been years since I last saw you." He seemed a bit emotional. You waved your hand nonchalantly and said, "It's okay. Zhao Ying, this time I really have to thank you for sending someone over. Otherwise, I might have lost my life due to the damp conditions." Hearing this, Zhao Wanqing gave a gentle smile. She looked at you affectionately and said, "What kind of talk is that? There's no need to say thank you among family." Standing nearby, Zhao Qingyue spoke up and asked her sister, "You had Lu Ming come to the demon-suppressing mountain defense line. It must have been because of Mingming. I still have something to discuss with your Aunt Yu. I'll come back to see you later." Hearing the words Aunt Yu, the corner of Zhao Qingyue's mouth twitched. What Aunt Yu? She's only 3 years older than Lu Ming. Adding the term "aunt" to this, it inevitably feels a bit awkward. Seeing Zhao Wanjing talking to Zhao Qingyue alone about something, you quickly took out the box Zhao Qingyue had given you earlier and handed it to Zhao Wanjing. "Aunt Zhao, this is something exchanged between Qingyue and her aunt." Hearing the way you addressed her, Zhao Wanjing looked puzzled. Zhao Qingyue, worried something might be revealed, quickly said, "Sister, let's head upstairs first to discuss the important matters." After arriving upstairs, Zhao Wanqin noticed Qingyue walking with a limp. She then asked Qingyue with concern, "Are you hurt?" Zhao Qingyue awkwardly replied, "No, it's nothing serious, just completely exhausted." Zhao Wanqin looked puzzled and asked, "Is it really just exhaustion? Why are you walking with a limp?" Hearing Zhao Wanqin's question, Zhao Qingyue felt a bit guilty, afraid that Zhao Wanqin might find out he had slept with you. So Zhao Qingyue lied and said, "It happened while fighting a ferocious beast. I accidentally twisted my ankle. It's nothing serious." Alright, then the two headed upstairs to an attic room. Zhao Qingyue said in confusion, "Sis, this time, the Lord-level beast swarm we encountered wasn't very large, but it's clear that the electromagnetic interference wasn't caused by the beasts, and the Alliance hasn't sent anyone all day. I suspect someone is targeting us. I just don't know if their target is Lu Ming or this box." Hearing these words, Zhao Wanqin's brows furrowed slightly. The expression on her face also became more serious. "If it's for this box, I think they must be targeting Mingming. If it's the items inside the box, that must be extremely important to those people. There's no way they'd wait for it to get damp and not send someone to look for it all day." Zhao Qingyue nodded and continued to ask about her sister. "You had Lu Ming come to the Demon Suppression Mountain frontlines because you were afraid someone might target him," Zhao Wanqin responded. "The conflict above has come to an end, with Long Tianhua reassigned to the main defense line at Fumo Mountain. The Alliance is now completely under the control of that faction. Keeping Mingming within their sphere of influence any longer is not safe, even though the Fumo Mountain defense line is dangerous. With Long Tianhua and me there, Mingming will be a bit safer." When Zhao Wanqin heard, Zhao Qingyue's response was, "Sister, so what do you plan for Lu Ming to do in the future?" Talking about this topic, Zhao Wanqin let out a sigh. She said it has led him to only become an ordinary person now. But thinking about it now, maybe it's better for him to just live as an average person. After Lu Ming's parents went missing, they talked about helping Lu Ming awaken his special abilities. But in the end, those people not only failed to help him awaken his abilities, they even went so far as to take away his spiritual core that gathered energy, and completely removed it. Awakened individuals lack spirit cores. They will never be able to sense spiritual energy. They can only remain as ordinary people. Zhao Wanqing pushed to become a battle king back in the day. She ventured into a secret realm for this breakthrough, so Lu Ming's situation was initially unknown to her. It wasn't until she achieved the rank of Battle King and emerged from the secret realm that she realized someone had stolen Lu Ming's spirit core, only to uncover that the force behind it was immensely powerful. It was absolutely not something he could go up against. So in order to keep you safe, she protected you and raised you as your aunt. Let me be honest with you, Lu Ming has already awakened his superpower. Hearing what Zhao Qingyue said, Zhao Wanqin frowned deeply. Her face was full of disbelief. Awakening his superpower? How could that be possible? Since the great catastrophe occurred, this kind of situation hasn't happened again. Qingyue, are you sure about this? Zhao Qingyue mentioned that he awakened an ice-based power. I saw it with my own eyes. He used his ability right in front of me, but from the way he looked, it seems like he's unaware that he doesn't meet the conditions for awakening powers. Upon hearing this, a look of concern appeared on Zhao Wanqin's face. You should know that Lu Ming doesn't even have a spirit core, but now he has somehow awakened a special ability. If the people in the Alliance found out about this, wouldn't they see Lu Ming as even more of a threat? Zhao Qingyue thought for a moment, and then continued, Sister, you can't protect him for his entire life. Now that he has awakened his abilities, he should live a life fitting for someone with such powers. I believe Lu Ming would agree too. It's impossible to be content with living as an ordinary person for a lifetime. Zhao Qingyue understood what Zhao Wanqin was thinking. Zhao Wanqin was definitely planning to come up with a way to keep hiding Lu Ming's abilities, and let Lu Ming continue living like an ordinary person. Living as an ordinary person was indeed safe for Lu Ming, but to Lu Ming, that would just be merely surviving. Zhao Xinyue did not believe you would be satisfied with that kind of life forever. Zhao Wanqin thought for a moment and then said, Xinyue, I understand what you mean. I'll do my best to help him grow quickly, so that he can have the ability to protect himself in the future. Speaking of which, Zhao Wanqin glanced at the box in her hand. Zhao Xinyue's eyes also fell on that box. Sister, what's inside this box of yours? Why did you ask me to make a special trip to retrieve this box for you? Zhao Wanqin didn't give a direct answer. Instead, she mentioned Xinyue, go take a shower first. I'll head downstairs to find Mingming. Looks like I need to have a proper talk with him tonight. Living life comfortably is what matters, but now that you've awakened your abilities, he needs to change his perspective before the fact that you've awakened powers gets discovered. He wants to help you grow quickly. At this moment, you just stepped into the living room after taking a shower. Right now, Zhao Wanqin is wearing a white short-sleeved shirt. She has on a beige pencil skirt and black stockings. Her entire appearance exudes the charm of a mature woman. You can't help but feel captivated as you look at her. When Lu Ming came out, Zhao Wanqin immediately said, Mingming, you finished your shower. Come over and have a seat. Auntie has something to discuss with you. Upon hearing this, Lu Ming immediately sat down on the couch where Zhao Wanjing was seated. However, he kept a 2-seat distance from Zhao Wanjing. Noticing how far Lu Ming was sitting from her, Zhao Wanjing let out a laugh mixed with a sigh. Then she said that he really had grown up, even starting to keep his distance now. She mentioned she still remembered how he couldn't fall asleep without holding onto her when he was little. Hearing this, Lu Ming felt slightly embarrassed. When he was a child, he hadn't fully recovered his memories of Earth. So at that time, he still had the mindset of a kid. Every time Zhao Wanqin came to their house, he always thought about sleeping while hugging Zhao Wanqin. But as he grew older, his brain capacity expanded, and his memories of his past life on Earth awakened. After that, he clung to Zhao Wanqin much less often. Zhao Wanqin was exceptionally beautiful. Being too close to Zhao Wanjing, he found it hard to control the restlessness inside him. He worried about embarrassing himself in front of Zhao Wanjing. At that moment, Zhao Wanjing spoke up directly and asked, I heard Qingyue say, you awakened a special ability. Is that true? The fact that Zhao Qingyue mentioned him awakening a special ability, and told Zhao Wanjing about it, did not surprise Lu Ming at all. After all, Zhao Wanqin is the one I rely on the most. Zhao Wanqin is also the person he feels closest to in this world right now. She has become the person he is most connected with. Lu Ming said, yes, I have awakened dual element abilities. Hearing this, Zhao Wanqin was slightly taken aback. Dual element Lu Ming doesn't even have a spirit core. He wasn't even able to awaken any abilities before. But now he's not only awakened abilities. Instead, he ended up awakening dual abilities. Zhao Wanqin snapped out of it, asked if there were any abilities besides ice, and what other abilities there might be. Lu Ming replied that he also had fire abilities. Ice and fire abilities are the powers Lu Ming is certain to reveal in the future. Lu Ming didn't plan to hide them from Zhao Wanqin. At this moment, Zhao Wanqin quickly moved 2 seats over and sat directly next to Lu Ming. Zhao Wanqin's sudden approach made Lu Ming's heart tremble. A mature and enchanting fragrance wafted into Lu Ming's nose. It instantly made Lu Ming feel a bit out of control. After all, he was an adult, and his body had undergone modifications from the system, which made him even less composed. After Zhao Wanqin came close to Lu Ming, she directly grabbed Lu Ming's wrist. The next moment, Lu Ming felt a warm and gentle spiritual energy entered his own body. For a moment, he felt completely refreshed. Zhao Wanqin examined Lu Ming's body. She found that there was indeed no spiritual core in Lu Ming's body. This made Zhao Wanqin even more puzzled. Just now, he thought, the reason Lu Ming was able to awaken his spiritual power might be because the spiritual core in his body had grown back again. This is really strange. Without a spirit core, how is Lu Ming gathering spiritual energy? Zhao Wanqin then said to Lu Ming, use your ability. Let me see it. Lu Ming immediately stood up, then raised one hand, and quickly formed a block of ice. Seeing the cold air gathering in Lu Ming's hand, Zhao Wanqin slightly frowned, had a look that seemed deep in thought. After a moment passed, Zhao Wanqin went on to say, let me take another look. Your fire-based ability. Lu Ming didn't hesitate at all, formed a ball of fire in his palm right away. Confirmed. After confirming that Lu Ming had truly awakened dual ice and fire abilities, Zhao Wanqin said, all right, come over and take a seat. Lu Ming's situation is something Zhao Wanqin has never encountered before. It's true that Zhao Wanqin had never seen anything like this. Zhao Wanqin planned to conduct a further examination of Lu Ming's body. She gestured to Lu Ming with emotion and said, Mingming, come here and let Auntie check your body. Lu Ming continued to ask, Aunt Zhao, is there something wrong with my body? Zhao Wanqin replied that she wasn't sure for now. She said she'd only know after a thorough examination. Lu Ming didn't say anything else, quietly waiting for Zhao Wanqin to complete the examination. No one knows how much time passed. Zhao Wanqin still couldn't find anything. There didn't seem to be any issues with Lu Ming's body. It was as if his body lacked a place to store spiritual energy. Yet at the same time, it seemed like every part of his body could store spiritual energy. This left Zhao Wanqin utterly amazed. However, at that moment, Zhao Wanqing suddenly noticed. The spiritual energy within Lu Ming's body seemed to have become restless. The flow speed clearly increased. Zhao Wanqing turned her head to look at Lu Ming's cheek. A faint blush appeared on Lu Ming's fair face. Zhao Wanqing asked Lu Ming, "Do you feel unwell anywhere? I sense that your spiritual energy seems to have become restless." Lu Ming quickly replied, "Aunt Zhao, I'm fine. It might be because I just used my special ability." Upon hearing Lu Ming's response, Zhao Wanqing looked at Lu Ming with a doubtful gaze, but he didn't overthink it. Zhao Wanqing continued and said, "There are some things you have never told me. I originally thought that living an ordinary life all your life would be fine, but now that you've awakened your abilities, and not just that, you have dual abilities, it's about time you learned about those things too." Hearing these words from Zhao Wanqing, Lu Ming felt a bit curious. What was Zhao Wanning about to say? Zhao Wanning continued speaking, "After your parents disappeared, the people from the Alliance Academy of Sciences, did they try to help you awaken your powers? But in the end, they all failed." Lu Ming replied, "That's exactly what happened. They tried all sorts of methods, but none of them could help me awaken my abilities." Zhao Wanning let out a faint sigh. Then he went on to say, "Actually, those people weren't really helping you awaken your abilities." Lu Ming paused for a moment, looking surprised. Back then, he already felt like something was off. He always had a feeling that those people from the Alliance Academy of Sciences were more interested in studying his body, and they never truly intended to help him awaken his abilities. At that time, Zhao Wanning wasn't around. She had gone to explore some ruin. Lu Ming asked in confusion, "They weren't trying to help me awaken any abilities. Then why did they come to find me?" Zhao Wanning responded, "They removed the spirit core from your body. This has caused you to live your entire life only being an ordinary person, and never being able to awaken any abilities." Lu Ming was stunned once again. So this was the reason why I could never awaken any abilities. It wasn't because he was an ordinary person. It was because his core of life had been removed. No wonder back then, he followed those people to their lab. Afterwards, he came out feeling some pain in his chest, but there were no wounds on his chest at all. Lu Ming frowned. His expression turned extremely serious. Lu Ming immediately asked Aunt Zhao, "Why did those people do such a thing?" Lu Ming had already guessed a possible scenario in his heart. Zhao Wanjing replied, saying, "Your parents are too powerful, and you inherited the genes from your parents. Your parents' rival factions fear that you will grow up to be even stronger than your parents. The only way to reassure them is to ensure you never awaken. Only then will they feel at ease. Even though they have already extracted your soul, there are still some people who remain uneasy. This time you all will encounter dampness. It's most likely caused by those people. The reason your aunt brought you to the Demon Suppression Mountain defense line, the main reason is to keep you safe." When Zhao Wanjing spoke, Lu Ming's expression turned extremely grim. He fell completely silent. He understood that his identity was unique. Even if he did nothing at all, he could still become a target in some people's eyes. But he hadn't expected it. At such a young age, already fell victim to such cruelty. Those people took his soul. They must have also studied his genes. Just thinking about it, Lu Ming was overwhelmed with anger. Zhao Wanqing could tell how furious Lu Ming was. She blamed herself and said it was all her fault. "If only I had come out of the ruins earlier, maybe they wouldn't have taken Galaxy from you. It's been keeping you from awakening all this time." Lu Ming snapped out of it. He held Zhao Wanqing's delicate hand and said, "Aunt Zhao, this isn't your fault. Over the years, if it weren't for you using your status to shield me, I might have already died in some accident." Zhao Wanqing sighed again. Then she said, "Now that you've awakened dual abilities, their plans have completely fallen apart. If they find out you don't have a spirit core, and still awakened a superpower, they will definitely feel even more uneasy, and will try again to get rid of you. So you have to grow stronger as soon as possible. Strong enough that they can't do anything to you anymore." Lu Ming said to Aunt Zhao, "I will do my best to become powerful. One day, I will take revenge myself." At this moment, Lu Ming's eyes were filled with unwavering determination. Hearing Lu Ming mention the word revenge, Zhao Wanqing felt a bit helpless inside. She hoped Lu Ming could live a peaceful and stable life, and never set foot on this path. But, unexpectedly, Lu Ming still ended up taking this road. If Lu Ming truly grows up one day, he will surely find out that it wasn't just about taking his spiritual core. There's also the matter involving his parents. At this moment, Zhao Wanqing was deeply worried. Lu Ming understood the kind of enemy he was up against. Would his inner self collapse under pressure? At this moment, Zhao Wanqing raised her delicate hand, gently caressing Lu Ming's cheek, looking into his eyes. She continued, Auntie won't stop you from seeking revenge, but Auntie hopes you won't let hatred consume you. So many people have taken paths of no return in the name of revenge. Seeing the tenderness in Zhao Wanqin's eyes, Lu Ming could feel the depth of Zhao Wanqin's feelings for him. Lu Ming immediately said, Aunt Zhao, I understand and I will carve out my own path. I won't make revenge the purpose of my life. Hearing what Lu Ming said, Zhao Wanqin felt a slight relief in her heart. She continued saying, I plan to assign you to the first line of defense, the outpost base, to gain some experience. Only by interacting more with fierce beasts can you become even stronger. In this era, becoming strong requires effort. Aside from various cultivation resources, fighting fierce beasts is the fastest way. Of course, Zhao Wanqin sent Lu Ming to the forward base. It was to ensure that Lu Ming could gather as many resources as possible. Lu Ming's identity is unique. He can't be assigned to a special department right away. Doing so could easily upset some people. When Zhao Wanqin said that, Lu Ming was momentarily stunned. He always believed that Zhao would cherish him like a treasure, and was afraid he might get hurt in any way. But now Zhao unexpectedly asked him to train at the forward base of the defense line. The forward base is not just any place, it's even more dangerous than the defense line itself. Situated within the defense line, closer to the demon suppression mountain than the first line of defense, and the place where beast tides break out, the place where the beasts are first encountered. Zhao Wanqin seemed to notice Lu Ming's hesitation, and continued speaking. I'll arrange a spot for you at a relatively safe outpost for training, and I'll also assign a battle king there. If a beast tide shows up, you should immediately retreat to the defense line. There won't be any danger to your life. Lu Ming cautiously asked, Aunt Zhao, this doesn't count as abusing your authority, does it? Zhao Wanqing smiled faintly. Then she responded, what abuse of authority are you talking about? The purpose of the outpost base is to keep an eye on the movements of the fierce beasts in Demon Subduing Mountain. For such an important mission, assigning a battle king to the task seems reasonable. Lu Ming said, alright then, I'll just follow Aunt Zhao's arrangement. Zhao Wanqing's favorability towards him is at 100%. There's no way he would harm him, even without the system showing the favorability level. All the things Zhao Wanqin has done over the years, Lu Ming has noticed every single one of them. He trusts him just as much. This is also why Lu Ming hesitated after learning Zhao Wanqin was his study partner. It's one of the reasons he found it hard to take action. He does have feelings for Zhao Wanqin. Zhao Wanqin is actually his supporter. He can't afford to act recklessly like he does with Zhao Qingyue. Zhao Wanqin went on to say it was obvious. If you don't want to go to the outpost base, I can also arrange for you to attend college. Within the base at the Demon Suppression Mountain defense line, there are quite a few universities as well. The base at the Demon Suppression Mountain defense line is home to so many people. Naturally, it has already developed into a complete social system. With Zhao Wanqin's abilities, she could easily get him into any university he wanted. Lu Ming gave it some thought. If he attended college, would it perfectly align with his abilities? He could find plenty of learning opportunities at the university, and discover many people to learn from. At this moment, Lu Ming posed a question to Zhao Yi. In those base universities, are there many strong female awakened ones? Upon hearing this question, Zhao Wanqin's eyebrows arched instantly. His expression started to look strange. Just be honest with me, are you thinking about starting a relationship? Zhao Wanqin could understand. After all, Lu Ming is already an adult this year. He's at the age where emotions tend to run high. And back when Lu Ming was in high school, she always insisted that Lu Ming stay away from any girls, to prevent anyone with ulterior motives from approaching him. When Zhao Wanqing asked that question, Lu Ming paused for a moment. Seeing Lu Ming hesitate briefly, Zhao Wanqing immediately confirmed her assumption. Lu Ming simply wanted to start a relationship. Zhao Wanqing continued, saying that the universities in those bases are mostly attended by the children of Defense Force soldiers, and many of them are just ordinary people. If there really were any exceptional female awakened ones, it's unlikely they would attend university within a base at the defense line. People always aspire to move to better places. For those who are naturally gifted awakeners, the Demon Subduing Mountain defense line is no different from a small ravine. The Demon Subduing Mountain defense line is constantly within the range of attacks from fierce enemies. No one can tell for sure when the first line of defense might be breached by ferocious beasts, so truly talented female awakeners would definitely use various means to leave the Demon Subduing Mountain defense line. Moreover, the Alliance would also provide those outstanding awakeners with excellent benefits. Lu Ming quickly grasped what Zhao Wanqing meant. It's true that if someone is truly outstanding, they wouldn't be stationed at the Demon Subduing Mountain defense line. Zhao Wanqin suddenly smiled and said, speaking of talented female awakeners in that place, the most would still be at the outpost base of the demon subduing mountain defense line. Lu Ming asked in confusion why this was the case. Zhao Wanqin explained, those college students who are about to graduate all love going to the outpost base of demon subduing mountain. Stay for a while, partly to make their resume look better. On the other hand, there are many awakened ones who need materials from fierce beasts, and the freshest fierce beast materials all come from Mount Demon Suppression. There are also some awakened ones who study fierce beasts. They also choose to go to the outpost base at Mount Demon Suppression. Upon hearing Zhao Wanqin's explanation, Lu Ming immediately understood. To put it bluntly, those college students are just there to polish their credentials. So that's how it is. Noticing that Lu Ming seemed a little excited, Zhao Wanqin said, you're clearly looking for a girlfriend. Your aunt isn't against it. After all, you're at that age now. It's normal to have such needs, but when you're picking a partner, you must make sure you understand their background and identity. Lu Ming smiled and said, Aunt Zhao, you misunderstood me. I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I was just asking casually. Zhao Wanqin gave Lu Ming a side glance and said, do you think your aunt is naive? Just asking casually, but you even mentioned the last name. When she said this, Zhao Wanqin curiously asked, speaking of which, what kind of girls do you actually like? Your aunt knows quite a few outstanding girls. When the time comes, I can introduce you to some of them. Zhao Wanqin's thoughts were pretty straightforward. Instead of letting Lu Ming find a girlfriend on his own, and ending up with some unreliable women, it would be better to introduce someone to him personally. Zhao Wanqin is the commander of the 1st Defense Line at Mount Fumo. Under her leadership, there are countless outstanding female awakeners, many of whom are well known and trustworthy. Choosing one of them to be Lu Ming's girlfriend would definitely ease Zhao Wanqin's mind. It would surely be more reassuring than letting Lu Ming find someone himself. After hearing Zhao Wanqin's question, Lu Ming said with a smile, I really admire women like Aunt Zhao, mature, graceful, and gentle individuals. Hearing this, Zhao Wanqin froze for a moment. She clearly didn't expect Lu Ming to respond that way. After regaining her composure, Zhao Wanqin raised her beautiful eyes, and immediately gave Lu Ming a sharp look. Then she said, fine, it's been years since we last met. Looks like Mingming has picked up some bad habits. Now you even know how to sweet-talk others. Lu Ming said with a smile, Aunt Zhao, I swear I wasn't sweet-talking you. I genuinely like someone like you, Aunt Zhao. If you weren't my Aunt Zhao, I would definitely go after you. Zhao Wanqin gave Lu Ming a side eye, then said, alright, that's enough. Let's talk seriously. What type of girl do you like? That way I can help introduce someone to you. Lu Ming gazed into Zhao Wanqin's beautiful eyes, and spoke with sincerity. Aunt Zhao, to be honest, I really admire mature women like you. Zhao Wanqing's heart skipped a beat. She immediately had a bad feeling. Could this brat actually have feelings for her? As Zhao Wanqing was thinking about this, Lu Ming smiled and continued saying, Aunt Zhao, I'll handle finding a girlfriend myself so you don't have to worry about it. Zhao Wanqing snapped back to reality. Alright, I won't interfere with your relationships, but if you really do get a girlfriend in the future, you'll need to let me know. Lu Ming replied, alright, sure. At that very moment, Zhao Qingyue, dressed in a floral dress, came down from upstairs. At this moment, Zhao Qingyue's freshly washed hair was left loose. Combined with the floral dress she was wearing, she looked youthful and full of energy. After arriving in the downstairs living room, she saw Lu Ming and Zhao Wanqing holding hands. She instantly felt speechless. Sis, have you already talked things over with Lu Ming? What do you plan to have him do in the future? Zhao Wanqing responded, I plan to have him go straight to the demon subduing mountain outpost for training. Hearing this, Zhao Qingyue froze on the spot, showing a look of disbelief on her face. The demon subduing mountain outpost? What kind of place is that? Her older sister treats Lu Ming like a treasure. How could she bear to send him to such a dangerous place? Seeing Zhao Qingyue in a daze, Zhao Wanqing went on to say, it was clearly agreed upon too. Zhao Qingyue's gaze then shifted to focus on Lu Ming. Zhao Wanqing continued speaking, alright. Qingyue, I recall that the combat skill you practice is the explosive flame fist. Isn't that right? Zhao Qingyue responded. Yeah, what's up? Zhao Wanqing said, in the upcoming days, teach Mingming how to use the explosive flame fist. Zhao Qingyue said, sister, he awakened ice-based abilities. Explosive flames are all fire-type feats. Even if I teach him, he still can't use it. Zhao Wanqin questioned back. He awakened both ice and fire abilities. Why wouldn't he be able to use it? Zhao Qingyue immediately exclaimed, what? Ice and fire dual abilities. Zhao Qingyue was completely stunned this time. He genuinely thought Lu Ming had dual abilities, but the dual abilities he assumed Lu Ming had were ice powers, and the ability to assist others in becoming stronger. He never expected it at all, that Lu Ming actually possessed fire powers as well. If Lu Ming truly has fire abilities, wouldn't that mean Lu Ming has 3 abilities? What kind of monster is this? An ordinary person without a spiritual core, someone who couldn't even awaken any special abilities before, now has unexpectedly gained 3 different abilities. Zhao Qingyue snapped out of it. Her gaze immediately fixed on Lu Ming. Lu Ming, you possess a fire ability. Lu Ming naturally understood why Zhao Qingyue was so surprised. He gave a faint smile and replied yes. Zhao Qingyue continued, you used your fire ability. Show me. Before seeing Lu Ming use his fire ability, he still refused to believe that Lu Ming possessed a tri-elemental power. Lu Ming didn't hesitate. He directly reached out and opened his palm, then gathered fire energy in the center of his hand. Seeing that Lu Ming could actually use fire abilities, Zhao Qingyue furrowed her brows slightly. This guy really is a freak. No wonder those people were so afraid of his awakening. When he was just a little kid, they took away his spirit core. His spirit and ki were not taken away. No one knows how powerful he has become now. Zhao Qingyue calmed herself down and then said to Zhao Wanqin, alright, I'll teach Lu Ming the fiery fist technique tomorrow. Lu Ming smiled and said that would be trouble for Anchu. Lu Ming emphasized the word when he spoke. Lu Ming intentionally put extra weight on his tone while saying it. Hearing Lu Ming call out to her, Zhao Qingyue suddenly felt the urge to give Lu Ming a good beating. Zhao Wanqin continued saying, by the way, you clearly don't want me to introduce a girlfriend for you. Why not let your Anchu introduce one for you instead? Your Anchu knows quite a few women who are not only beautiful, but also very talented. Awakened Lu Ming looked at Zhao Qingyue and said this might not be a good idea. Wouldn't this create trouble for Anchu? Zhao Wanqin then turned to Zhao Qingyue and said, Qingyue, clearly, he's an adult this year too. He's at the age where he should be dating. If you know a girl you think would be a good match for him, you should introduce her to him. Zhao Qingyue said with a dark expression on her face. I don't even have a boyfriend yet. He just turned 18 this year. What's the rush? Zhao Wanqin replied, so you're aware you don't have a boyfriend? With that bad temper of yours, who would even dare to approach you? Probably only someone like Li Jianguang, someone who's always looking for ways to climb the social ladder, would actually come to you. Zhao Qingyue said, alright, let's not talk about this anymore. If I meet someone suitable for him, I'll let him know. Whether it works out or not will depend on him. Lu Ming looked at Zhao Qingyue's beautiful face and said, thank you so much, Anchu. Zhao Qingyue scoffed inwardly. Then she added, sis, Lu Ming and I haven't eaten all day. Did you ask someone to prepare food yet? Hearing this, Zhao Wanqin quickly said she almost forgot about it. Hold on for a moment. I'll have Aunt Zhou bring the food out right away. Zhao Wanqin hurriedly let go of Lu Ming's hand. She took out her phone and made a call. Before long, someone pushed a food cart into the hall. At this moment, Zhao Wanqin stood up from the sofa. Looking at Lu Ming, she said, Ming, I have something to take care of. I'll head back to the command center first. For the next few days, stay with your Anchu and learn the explosive flame fist technique. Once you've mastered it, I'll give you some genetic evolution agents to help you quickly improve your strength. Lu Ming said, alright, Aunt Zhao, take care. Zhao Wanqin then turned around and left. Even though he wanted to spend more time with Lu Ming, he was the defense minister of the southeastern region and still had a lot of matters to handle. After Zhao Wanqin left, Lu Ming and Zhao Qingyue sat down at the dining table, but Zhao Qingyue didn't start eating right away. Instead, she stared fixedly at Lu Ming with both eyes. Noticing Zhao Qingyue staring at him the whole time, Lu Ming smiled and said, Qingyue, no, that's not right, sister Qingyue. Are you not eating? Zhao Qingyue coldly responded, calling me Anchu over and over again. You sure say it so smoothly. Lu Ming helplessly replied, I really have no other choice. In front of Aunt Zhao, what else can I call you if not Anchu? After all, you're Aunt Zhao's younger sister. Zhao Qingyue dismissed the topic. Instead, he asked, when you awakened the fire lizard, why didn't you tell me during the day? Lu Ming replied, saying, you didn't ask me. During the day, you only mentioned it would be great if there was someone with ice abilities. Hearing what Lu Ming said, Zhao Qingyue quickly interrupted, saying, enough. Don't say more, just thinking about what happened during the day. Zhao Qingyue felt embarrassed. During the day, he didn't take it seriously while doing things. now that his emotions have settled. Just thinking about what happened during the day, he wonders if he might have lost his mind, actually doing something like that with this person, and it even happened in the middle of the day. Zhao Qingyue was looking into Lu Ming's eyes at this moment, and continued to say she really didn't expect that you would possess so many different abilities. If those people find out that you awaken so many abilities, I'm afraid they might stop at nothing to get rid of you. Your Aunt Zhao is really willing to go all out. They want you to train at the forward base. He's not even worried about you running into a beast tide someday. The beast tides at the forward base are nothing like the one we encountered today during the demon subjugation. Every time a beast tide appears on the mountain, it's usually a massive, dark swarm, rolling forward like ocean waves. If you're even a little slow on your feet, it might end up getting flooded and soaked. Eventually, not even the bones would remain. Speaking of this, Zhao Qingyue picked up her chopsticks, while grabbing some food and putting it into her mouth. She said as she ate, "So if you don't want to meet a horrible end tomorrow, focus on learning the battle strategies with me." Lu Ming replied, "I'll make sure to study hard, then I'll leave it to Qingyue to handle." Zhao Qingyue didn't waste any more words with Lu Ming. He was eating his meal, while glancing at Lu Ming out of the corner of his eye, thinking to himself, if this guy Lu Ming someday manages to grow up, he might end up being as powerful as his parents, even though he's still very weak right now, and could be taken out by those people at any moment. But he seems to have great potential. His own sister is investing in Lu Ming. It appears to be a pretty good option. The only concern is, it's unclear whether Lu Ming, once he grows and succeeds, will still acknowledge her as his sister's husband. When that time comes, he better not treat his sister and him as Zhao family members, and end up dealing with them together. This guy will need to be tested more in the future. See if he turns out to be someone ungrateful. If Lu Ming turns out to be ungrateful, it might be better to deal with him in advance, to avoid causing trouble for the sisters in the future. While Zhao Qingyue was observing Lu Ming was also secretly glancing at Zhao Qingyue, even though Zhao Qingyue is Zhao Wenqing's sworn sister. For Lu Ming, that identity doesn't really create any moral restrictions for him, since he considers her someone to learn from. Then he definitely has to figure out a way to keep learning fire-based abilities from him. But with Zhao Qingyue's personality, if he brings up doing that with him, there's a high chance he won't agree. In a while, he's heading to the outpost base. Once he gets to the outpost base, he and Zhao Qingyue will most likely be separated. So during this time, he has to come up with a plan. Let Zhao Qingyue come to terms with herself. At this moment, both of them were harboring ulterior motives. One was thinking about how to strip the other of everything. The other was plotting how to possess the other completely. The hall was incredibly quiet at this moment. The atmosphere felt extremely eerie. Just then, a woman's voice interrupted their train of thought. "Miss Zhao, Director Zhao sent someone to deliver a body repair serum." Hearing this sound, Lu Ming and Zhao Qingyue both turned their heads toward the entrance. At the doorway stood a middle-aged woman holding a suitcase. She walked into the living room. This middle-aged woman was the caretaker of the villa. She was responsible for managing the villa on a daily basis. Zhao Qingyue said, "Aunt Zhou, please take the repair agent to my room." Zhou Dairong replied, "Sure." Then Zhou Dairong headed upstairs. Hearing what Zhao Qingyue said, Lu Ming seemed to catch on to a key word. He immediately asked Sister Qingyue, "Is this villa where you live?" Zhao Qingyue replied, "What else?" Lu Ming was overjoyed. He never expected to live together with Zhao Qingyue. It seems like the matter of studying is a sure thing now. Noticing Lu Ming's serious expression, Zhao Qingyue asked, "What's wrong? You don't want to live with me?" Zhao Qingyue let out a soft chuckle. She continued and said, "I understand now. You have some secrets you can't reveal. Afraid I'll find out about them." Lu Ming awakened 3 superpowers, and managed to keep them hidden so well. It's hard to believe he has no secrets. Zhao Qingyue definitely doesn't buy it. She always feels there's an even bigger secret about Lu Ming. Since there's a big secret to keep, you must be worried about someone finding out. Zhao Qingyue said again, "Don't worry, I have no interest in your little secrets. If you don't want to live with me, I'll tell my sister tomorrow, and arrange another place for you." Lu Ming quickly said, "There's no need. Living with someone as beautiful as you, Qingyue, makes me happier than I can express. How could I possibly not want to live with you?" Lu Ming continued and said, "Qingyue, what is the purpose of the repair agent Aunt Zhou just mentioned?" Zhao Qingyue replied that it is used to heal wounds. If there are wounds on the body, applying some repair agent can quickly help the wound heal. Lu Ming suddenly thought of something. He then continued to ask, "Can the repair agent be used to reduce swelling?" Zhao Qingyue still hadn't realized what Lu Ming wanted to ask. He blurted out, "Of course." At this moment, Lu Ming said, "Now I can be at ease." Hearing Lu Ming's strange words, Zhao Qingyue asked in confusion, "What are you relieved about? You didn't get hurt." Lu Ming replied with a smile, "Today I accidentally made Sister Qingyue's body swell. I was just worried earlier that Sister Qingyue's body might not recover quickly, and then she wouldn't be able to teach me combat skills. Now that we have the repair agent." Lu Ming hadn't even finished speaking. Zhao Xingyue immediately interrupted Lu Ming. "Didn't I tell you to forget about those things after leaving that place, and never bring it up again from now on?" At this moment, Zhao Xinyue's face was slightly flushed. She looked like she was pretty upset. "Lu Ming, thick-skinned," said Sister Xinyue. "How could something like this be so easy to forget?" Zhao Xinyue, her face flushed, gazed into Lu Ming's eyes, said, "If you can't forget, then you have to forget. You must make yourself forget about it." Right now, Zhao Xinyue was only worried about her relationship with Lu Ming being discovered by his sister. After all, she was 3 years older than Lu Ming. If his sister found out, she would probably assume she had forced Lu Ming into it. Lu Ming replied, "All right then, I'll try my best with Zhao Xinyue." After dinner, Lu Ming went back to the room Zhao Wanqin had arranged for him. Lu Ming lay flat on the bed. He just couldn't fall asleep. In his mind, he kept replaying the scene of Jiang Yanlong and the others opening the heaven gate, and single-handedly holding back the horde of fierce beasts. Lu Ming hadn't known those people for very long, not even for half an hour. To say it was heartbreaking would be an understatement. That seems pretty unlikely. But Lu Ming just couldn't shake off the uneasy feeling in his heart. If this time the moisture damage was really caused by someone trying to get rid of him, then Jiang Yanlong and the others' deaths could be seen as something he indirectly caused. Lu Ming raised his hand, his gaze fixed on the center of his palm. After staring for a moment, he clenched his hand into a fist. At this moment, his desire to become stronger grew even more intense. In order to get stronger, he had to solidify his relationship with Zhao Qingyue. Only by doing so could he quickly improve his fire element talent and enhance his overall strength. As he pondered over this, Lu Ming's eyes slowly closed. The exhaustion from the day hit him all at once, and he soon drifted off into a deep sleep. The next morning, when Lu Ming woke up, Zhou Dairong was already cleaning the hall. Upon seeing Lu Ming, Zhou Dairong smiled and said, "Young Master Lu, breakfast is ready. I'll bring it to you right away." Hearing Zhou Dairong call him Young Master Lu, Lu Ming immediately said, "Aunt Zhou, you can just call me by my name. Being called Young Master always feels a bit strange to me." Lu Ming came here after traveling from Earth. He doesn't have a strong sense of social hierarchy. Having others call him Young Master or anything like that actually makes him feel quite uncomfortable. Zhou Dairong said, "Young Master Lu, that's simply not acceptable." Zhao Fengjiang mentioned, "From now on, you are the man of the house. If I don't call you Young Master, how about I just call you Master then?" Lu Ming quickly replied, "You should just call me Young Master." Lu Ming definitely didn't want to wake up from a nap, only to have people suddenly calling him decades older. Zhou Dairong heard what Lu Ming said, and with a smile said, "Then Young Master Lu, please wait here for a moment. I'll bring the dishes over right away." After that, Zhou Dairong put down what he was working on and headed to the kitchen next door, where he placed the breakfast on the serving cart, moved into the dining room. After Lu Ming sat down in the dining room, he glanced at the spot near the staircase. Then he asked Aunt Zhou, "Where is Sister Qingyue? Did she get up yet?" Hearing Lu Ming call out Zhao Qingyue's name, Zhou Dairong was momentarily stunned, but he didn't think too much of it. Last night, he overheard Lu Ming calling Zhao Qingyue's sister. Zhou Dairong replied that Miss Zhao had gotten up early this morning. He is currently training in the practice room. The practice room, Lu Ming said curiously. Zhou Dairong continued speaking. "This villa has 2 large underground levels below it. Miss Zhao usually practices in there." Lu Ming responded, "So that's how it is." Zhou Dairong went on to say that Miss Zhao just mentioned, "If you've had breakfast, go to the training room to find him." Lu Ming responded with an affirmative. Then he started eating. In just a few bites, he filled his stomach. Lu Ming asked Zhou Dairong to lead the way. They arrived at the first level of the basement. The first floor of the basement was incredibly spacious. It was filled with countless pieces of equipment. When Lu Ming stepped into the basement, he felt a strong surge of spiritual energy flowing toward him. This aura isn't as wild and untamed as the aura outside. It feels very gentle, making one feel incredibly comfortable. It feels like being bathed in a spring breeze. Zhou Dairong led Lu Ming into the basement, then turned around and left. At that moment the automatic basement door closed instantly. Lu Ming froze for a moment, and then looked toward the direction of the basement. Zhao Qingyue was wearing a fitted tracksuit. Her hair was tied up in a single ponytail. She was meditating and practicing her cultivation. After sensing Lu Ming entering the basement, Zhao Qingyue opened her eyes and stood up from the ground. Her outfit was very form-fitting. It perfectly highlighted her stunning S-grade figure. Noticing Lu Ming staring intently at her, Zhao Qingyue said, "Why are you staring at me? Hurry and come over here. Let me test your special ability and level." It was only then that Lu Ming snapped back to reality. He quickly walked over to Zhao Qingyue's side. "I'm coming right now." When he reached Zhao Qingyue, Lu Ming glanced at the metallic device. Then he asked if this was the device for testing special abilities. Zhao Qingyue answered yes. "Place your index finger on the metal platform. The machine will automatically draw blood." Upon hearing those words, Lu Ming immediately placed his right index finger on a metal platform in front of him. There was a needle above the control lever. As the needle pierced Lu Ming's finger, a drop of fresh blood was directly drawn by the needle. Lu Ming noticed it was just a single drop of blood, and then asked Sister Qingyue, "When I was learning to test talent, they always took a whole vial of blood. Is this amount of blood enough?" Zhao Qingyue mentioned that the outdated equipment at your school, how could it possibly compare to the equipment at the Demon Subduing Mountain Defense Line? The Demon Subduing Mountain Defense Line uses only the most advanced equipment. Just wait a moment and the results will be out soon. I really want to see what kind of abilities you've awakened. Is there at least one talent that stands out among your abilities? Don't let it turn out to be all quantity and no quality. If they're all just F-level abilities, that would be ridiculous. Right after Zhao Qingyue finished speaking, the ability testing device in front of them let out a sound. After seeing the test was completed, Zhao Qingyue's gaze immediately focused on the screen. But when he saw the results on the screen, he was completely stunned on the spot.